Live from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Excuse me, joining me in the booth, C-Web. What's up, C-Web?
Not much. How's it going, man?
What are you looking forward to in this SEC battle? Sorry, I was like choking there in the intro.
Looking forward to seeing if, both of these teams kind of having a rough go in the SEC. Alabama coming off of 2 wins, though, looking to carry some momentum into the postseason, and Kentucky looking to try to get back to where they were last year, making that Cinderella run to the finals.
They're going to need to do that on the backs of Tim Savage, a guy that has been amazing this season for them. Doing a really nice job from three-point land. The last few games have been a little bit quiet. Need him or maybe the senior Ant Thomas to step up. Thomas beating their leading scorer, or second leading scorer, Marcus Carter being their first.
Yeah, I mean, this Kentucky team is just kind of packed with shooters. You got Thomas, Carter, and Wiersma, who can all just absolutely light it up at a moment's notice.
For sure. Big three there. Big three there for Kentucky. Bama trying to work their way on the inside. Good defense by Carter. Going to get it over to Braden Berry in the post. No good. And Shaquille O'Neal down with the rebound.
Yeah, and Barry's a guy who's going to have to come up big, especially playing against that big 7-6 oatmeal down in the post.
Carter, 8 on the shot clock. They're going to run a little ball movement here to the one side of the court. Fazo going to get it behind 3-point line and launches up a 3 and knocks it down. Wow. Bang. Bo Fazo.
Yeah, he just deliberately dribbled out to that spot and nailed that one. That was an impressive show of prowess there.
Yeah, Fazo doing a nice job this season. 10 points per game, shooting 35% from 3-point land. So when Bo is open, he usually knocks those down. It's just when there's contested is where he struggles, as does a lot of players. But
yeah, contested shots not exactly what you want, but we've got a few guys in the league who kind of make a specialty out of hitting those too, though.
Yeah, for sure. Joshua Schwerin going to kick it over to Buccelli. Buccelli going to have to work here. Fires up, shot clock one and down, no good. And Thomas flies in for the rebound. Quick outlet pass to Savage. Good transitional defense by Bama.
Yeah, Kentucky doing a good job of running in transition, but like you said, good job from the Tide to put a stop to it.
Marcus Carter showing why he has got such an impressive game and leads this Kentucky Wildcats with 14.3 points per game. Nice little low post move there by Carter. Bounce pass into the low post. Schwerin with Thomas on him. Nice no-look pass to Watts. He gets fouled from behind by Bo Fazo.
Yeah, not a great foul there from Fazo, but does put him on the line and take points off the board. So
Roll Tide. They get another point. 10-3 now. Come on, I'm trying to beef up the enthusiasm for Bama here.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're coming off of 2 wins, so if they're going to strike, this is the game that they're going to strike and get that 3rd win.
This would be interesting because these two teams would be tied in the conference, if I'm not mistaken, or at least have the same exact record at 3-5, which would put Bama with the tiebreaker with the win over Kentucky here today. So this is a big game for Bama, no matter how you slice it. It's a big game for both teams, actually, though.
Yeah, big game for both teams, especially with Kentucky losing to LSU, which is a team that Alabama beat last week.
Yeah, so that would be another one tiebreaker in their favor. Watts for 3, bang! As the shot clock was winding down. 38% from beyond the arc, and Watts drops that one as DeAndre Watts with a nice 3.
Great job by Watts to maintain possession, too, after the scramble for the ball there almost ended up as a turnover.
Marcus Carter going to work early. 6 points. He's got 6 of the 14 points here so far.
Yeah, definitely expected him to show up big tonight.
Quick outlet pass. Savage splits the defenders and goes in for an uncontested layup. 16-7 now, Wildcats.
Yeah, Kentucky going on a bit of a run here, so Alabama going to have to find an answer for that and not let them pull too far ahead of not be able to make a run here later in the game.
Nice little sky hook from Buccelli, not able to get that to go as Savage corrals the rebound. Quick outlet pass to Fazo. Blows right by DeAndre Watts for an easy 2. So Fazo's got 8 now, 2 points away from his season average.
Yeah, Fazo really on fire here. Alabama wisely going to take a timeout and talk this over and try and draw up a play.
Yeah, you don't want to get this one out of hand too quick. It'll be a difficult comeback. AgBage72, appreciate you checking in. Again, I know you've been in the stream a lot here in the last couple games. Appreciate your viewership and hanging out with us. I don't know if it's AgBaj or AgBage. I don't know how to pronounce it, but appreciate you. Get outside. Curry cross pass over to Gordon. Gordon back to Curry. Kobe Curry Jr. Bang! And they need Curry.
Yeah, and that's, like you said, that's a player they're going to need tonight. He's not disappointing early on.
Curry's been a guy the last few games has really picked up his game a lot. Quick outlet pass. Ty Maven with a two-handed flush.
Yeah, Maben, another guy that has picked up his pace a little bit in the past couple of games. So, we're seeing some flashes here from Bama. So Kentucky going to have to be careful, or otherwise they're going to give this lead away.
Yeah, Bama has a strong bench. I've been impressed with them a lot this season, particularly Kobe and Maven.
Yeah, you see it all the time that these bench units really can make or break a game for you.
Jack Too Raw, appreciate that sub earlier, by the way. I didn't not miss it. Thank you, buddy. 13 months in a row, 17 in totality. Counted in one as Rocket Webb fouled by Curry. Bama's gonna need to tighten things up in the paint. He's letting up 12 of the 20 in the paint.
Yeah, Kentucky shooting 90% on the night. That's Bama's going to have to do something about that.
Gordon over to Davis. Gordon cuts back door. They find him. And what a block by Rocket Webb as he came flying across the paint and swatted that out of midair.
Rocket Webb living up to his name, showing off his speed to get over and get the big block.
I don't know if it's maybe they're starting to get a little bit jacked up for a postseason here, C-Webb, but I haven't seen that kind of enthusiasm both offensively and defensively from Rocket Webb all season, so kudos to him. What's up, Kirk?
Yeah, always nice to see some of these players as they develop later on in the season, what they end up being to their team.
Kobe Risman with a rainbow three, no good. Quick outlet pass, though, but to Davis. Davis had Curry wide open. Instead, gets it back and a little bit of ball luck as it comes back to Ricky Davis.
Yeah, a really, really good move there by Davis to get the 2 points. Again, though, shooting percentage just killing Alabama. They need to limit these chances.
But you need the ball luck, too. I mean, Kendrick Prophet had a lot of that last night. A bunch of loose balls bounced right in his hands and right around the rim and took advantage. As Wiersma buries the three, bang.
Yeah, Wiersma, he's one of those reliable three-point shooters for Kentucky, so no surprise to see him doing that here early.
Ty Maben draws the fouls. Ken Copeland.
Yeah, good work by Maben there against the double team to, split the defenders and draw the extra bucket.
Maben misses the first. Rocking those high socks. It's Ty Maben. A la, what's his name? Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, yeah. I was about to throw out a name from so far back, nobody would have gotten it.
Matthew Lyle with a nice baseline take. I'm eating a protein bar, in case anybody asks, a protein bar.
If anybody's wondering about the high socks reference I was going to make, it was James Worthy.
I'm really going back.
Yeah, like I said, that was not even just dating myself. I think that was just too old of a reference for anybody to get.
For probably about three-quarters of CSB. I mean, they know who James Worthy is, but they probably don't remember it.
Oh, I'm sure they don't know that he was known for wearing those high socks, at least.
Mira says my protein bar is nasty. It's been a big help, man. I lost 30-plus pounds so far of my diet. But end of one, Kentucky on top. Second quarter coming your way. Be right back. Welcome back to the baby dancing knees. 26-15. Mouse, man, ever since he said that, I cannot unsee that. 26-15, Kentucky up by 11 here after a great first quarter, C-Web.
Yeah, really good first quarter, especially from Kentucky, but not a bad first quarter from the Tide. They showed some pops on offense, and Mabin and Curry definitely showing off on the bench. So
Lyle with a nice drive, floater no good though as it comes out. And then Ricky Davis going right to the rack and blows the layup as he's being leaned on as he put it up.
Yeah, tried to go coast to coast with that one, but good defense.
Nice drive by Kobe Wiersman. Drives that and throws that down with a one-handed flush. Shout out to all 50 viewers in the stream. Appreciate you, CSBA. Thank you for your support. Obviously, anybody new to the stream, come in, say hello. We appreciate you being here.
Yeah, Curry misses a long three. Bam able to get it back, though.
Mabin going to get a screen from Davis. No roll, though, from Mabin. Now Mabin going to have to put it up. Drives inside. Matthew Lyle with a good defensive effort, forcing a miss. Rocket Webb, no good on the other side. Darnell Pope gets blocked with a play by Ricky Davis. Thought that was easy pickings for him there, C-Webb.
Yeah, so Davis, the only... sorry, he's not even a center. I was going to say the only true center on this Bama squad, but he's also a power forward. So the smaller big men really showing off for the Tide tonight.
Well, maybe not able to get either one of his shots to fall there. Good effort, but results not what he wanted there. Now Wiersma inside, gets the foul, counted in one as Ricky Davis picks up his first.
Yeah, not really sure about the call there. Guess maybe he bodied him a little bit on the way up, but his hands were nowhere near him.
Yeah, he was pleading for his case with the refs, but they didn't want to hear it. Hey, when you're getting paid less than minimum wage, you don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
We don't pay our refs. That was the joke. I know you know that.
Yeah,
I think anybody watching probably knew that one. Schwerin for three, bang.
Our refs are all on the take. Like,
yeah.
we don't give them a salary, so.
Whoever pays them more before the game.
Exactly.
Savage to Pope to Carter. Nice find to Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, and there you see the presence that Oatmeal brings. A good half a foot taller than anybody else on the court tonight. That's a huge advantage for Kentucky.
33-18. Did that referee just say chicken wing?
It kind of looked like it.
It sounded like he said an illegal screen, but he said chicken wing. I honestly heard that soundbite from ref. That's funny. Never heard that before. Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna, chicken macaroni, Shaquille O'Neal.
Speaking of food groups, Oatmeal gets his second bucket of the night.
Shelly really having to work to try to get some separation with Carter, just not been able to get a step at all. We don't talk about Marcus Carter's defensive abilities that often. Is Schwerin for three no good?
Yeah,
he does a nice job. Doesn't get a lot of steals. But
no, not a lot of steals, but he's a good positional defender. He does break up a lot of plays and forces turnovers, though, like you said, not necessarily coming up with the ball himself all the time.
Schwerin pull up, bank shot.
Ooh.
ATM card accepted. Bank is open.
Yeah, Schwerin, he's pretty much the do-it-all guy here for Bama. And, they're going to be looking to him quite a bit tonight to get him back into this one now, down 17.
Carter not able to get that to go. Yates up with a rebound. Here comes Bama the other way. I actually wouldn't mind if Bama decided to roll Kobe Curry out with Schwerin. I think they would be a good duo between between the two of them. I know Bama runs it that way so that they get a little bit of balance between their lineup. But Kobe Curry has showed me a lot of promise this season. I think he's due some extra minutes. My personal opinion.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a fair evaluation of his play, especially as of late, the past 2 games really came to life, helped them get 2 really valuable wins toward the end of the season. So
she's stuck behind the gate. She's stuck behind the gate. Time out on the court, 37-22. Wildcats on top by 15. Stay right here.
Yeah, Alabama's needs to get back into this one soon. Otherwise, it's Kentucky seems like they're poised to start running away with this.
Fazo draws the foul. Oh. Wow, it gets a continuation. Count on 1. Wow. Look at the points in the paint. 26 points.
Yeah,
26 of 39 coming in the paint right now.
Yeah, but you know what? We saw this 2 nights ago in the Auburn game. They had 40 points in the paint in the first half, and then 10 in the second. Ended up losing. So,
wow.
Don't get away from your game plan is the lesson there.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're Alabama, you want to at least have this at 10 at the half if you can. So timeout.
Yeah, ideally. Yep. Yeah, ideally get this down to like a 10, 12-point game. 4 possessions is not a huge deal in basketball. 5 or 6 is. I know it seems like a small difference, but it's not for whatever reason.
Nope. Pass inside. Braden Berry with the one-handed flush. Posterizing Savage there. I don't see that happen very often for Tim Savage.
Yeah, definitely not a guy that gets taken advantage of like that very often. Wow.
Ooh, Marcus Carter. Wow.
Marcus Carter showing off.
He heard that there's going to be a dunk contest next week.
I think...
By the way, that's an announcement that I'm going to make live. I'll post it here tonight, probably, or tomorrow. The All-Star Game is going to be next week.
Well, there's a bit of excitement for everybody. I know a lot of us weren't sure if that was going to be happening this year or not, but certainly something we all look forward to. And so for any of you new guys, All-Star Week is a great thing here at CSBA.
Yeah, so Dickie and I talked about that today. We're going to get the votes out. We'll probably run the All-Star and the three-point contest at the tail end of next week, and then we'll run high school playoffs in prime time next week. So conference tournaments will start after All-Star Week, except for high school. High school playoffs will be next week.
Yeah, I think that's I think there's going to be a lot of coaches that are actually going to appreciate the break between the regular season and conference tournaments.
We'll announce like the seedings and all that for that as well too, so that everybody knows and can prep for that for the tournament.
Yeah, a lot of that has been decided already this week with the seedings. We were talking about it earlier with this game having a huge impact for both of these teams.
Wow, Kentucky last week just absolutely struggled against Tennessee, but it's got been hot tonight.
Yeah, Kentucky's. They've been a bit of an odd team. They're the only team in the league to have given up 300-point games this season, but they are still 3-4. So, defense is not their specialty. Let's just say that.
But their shooters, when we talk about Auburn and turning their shooters up, I feel like that should be Kentucky's motto because their guard play is amazing, but they're not consistent.
No, I talked about it in the game preview. It's Kentucky's, like I said, they've got 3 shooting guards that can all put up or are all putting up over 10 points per game. So, like you said, they can definitely light it up on offense, but their defense has struggled at times to contain, especially the inside players.
Thomas with the steal, gonna go blind all the people here, and a little windmill dunk from Ann Thomas.
Wow, little side, almost a steal,
almost a bad turnover there.
Yeah.
Oh, the other announcement too, besides the All-Star game, is when we do the dunk contest, we're gonna have live judges. We're not gonna do this community voting thing anymore because it becomes a popularity contest.
Yeah, we've tried to figure out a few different ways to work this voting out, and you're right. We tried letting 2K do it; they messed it up. We tried doing it ourselves; it didn't work.
I'm gonna try to see if there's a way for us to share in the screen share to be able to share the live voting somehow. So I have to figure that out. But something to think about for next week. So that's good. End of the first half, Kentucky looking really strong here. C-Web going to break us down as Bama. Pretty excited to get back to the locker room right now.
Yeah, definitely excited to get back to the locker room and back to the drawing board. Really loving what I'm seeing from the Wildcats. Obviously, high shooting percentage and pretty much hitting from everywhere. There you see Marcus Carter getting up. Really good ball distribution from the Wildcats. Just an all-around good game from them. Alabama, they need to tighten up on defense. If they can't find an answer for what Kentucky's throwing at them, they're going to find themselves in an even deeper hole here in the third quarter. So they're going to need to come out with a lot of tenacity on defense and really force the issue.
I mean, the one thing I'll say, just to add to what you just said there, I think the paint, the defense has got to be a little bit stronger. Hit the boards and box out and do everything you can to play a little tighter D down low.
Yeah, like I had said, Alabama is a little bit the smaller team. Going to rely a little bit more on their speed and athleticism than Kentucky does down low, at least. So that is the matchup that we're seeing as well, is that Oatmeal has been able to kind of dominate the Alabama post players.
Yeah, for sure. Bo Fazo, highlighted player here, leading scorer with 17 first half points.
Bo Fazo.
Fazo's average on the season's been 10, but that's a great first half.
Bo knows basketball tonight, that's for sure.
Yes, sir. Fazo gets it right out of the gate, gets his 19th point. 55-28. So we saw Bo Iverson go off last night, and tonight's Bo Fazo's turn. It's the night of Bo's.
Yeah, it's the Bo and Bo show.
Oatmeal up with the rebound, top of the key. Savage knocks it down, and again, just Kentucky shooting lights out. Hey, listen, this is the one thing where if you're Bama, if you can tighten up the D, make Kentucky check it from the cheap seats, man. They only got two players shooting over 40% from three. So I think if I'm Bama, figure a way to tighten up the defense in the interior and force it to have them fired up from three.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Bama, I'm basically just parking 5 guys under the basket, and saying, "Hey, take the 3 if you can make it, and if not, we're gonna grab that rebound."
Shout out to everybody watching in the stream. Appreciate you all hanging out with us here tonight. CSBA Friday Night Hoops, always a fun night. See Web in the booth with me here.
Yeah, looking for some spark here from Bama. Try to get back into this one. A little bit of a runaway from the Wildcats right now, but anything can happen, especially in the Sim League.
Oh, for sure. 27-point lead right now as things really slipping away here for Alabama. Got to tighten up that paint area. They do it on that one, but they don't box out. Shaquille O'Neal with a rare 3, no good.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they're going to force somebody to chuck it from deep, that's the guy you want.
Oh, absolutely. O'Neal's got no 3-point opponents made on the season, so.
Yeah, that's.
Joshua Schwerin not able to capitalize. Schwerin's been quiet here.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, nice defense.
Nice steal there. And again, now they're starting to close it down in the paint a little bit.
Yeah, so definitely doing a better job of that.
DeAndre Watts from three, bang.
Watts showing off. So, Alabama, they're creeping back into it. If they can get this down below a 20-point lead, watch out because I think the momentum's definitely on their side right now.
Yeah, for sure. Again, force those outside shots. Carter, see what I mean? Carter off there. So maybe they
Yeah,
heard. Maybe they heard me.
yeah, contested outside shots. I mean, it's a thing.
Wild shot by Braden Berry there. No good.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him take an extra second with that one because he had some guys available. Decided to take it himself.
Thomas for three, bang.
Oh, well, that is the danger in the strategy of telling them to shoot from outside is that, Thomas and Wiersma, these guys can just drain it from out there.
Well, remember I did say two of the guys from Kentucky not shooting, only two shooting over 40%. One of those guys is the guy that just drilled the three, and Thomas. So 43.7% from three-point range. So he's going to make more than he's probably going to miss.
Yeah, that's a pretty respectable average from out there. I know it's not necessarily a league leading average, but I think people have to realize that anything over 30% is a pretty good three-point shooting night.
Yeah, I mean that's in real time average. That's in real life. That's pretty decent.
Yeah,
and that's just over 8 games too. So nice pass inside to Wiersma. Good find by Matthew Lyle.
Yeah, that is the other thing. The sample size being only 8 games, you don't really get to see truly what some of these players are capable of unless they make a run into March Madness.
Rocket Web. So, all right, Csba, I want to put you on the spot since we got 50 in the stream again. If you are on the selection committee, who are your, as it stands right now? Granted, we still have games tonight and tomorrow, but who would be your 4 number 1 seeds if you had to throw that out right now?
Oh man, I'm glad you asked me that and didn't ask me to go the other way. The 4 number 1 seeds right now. I mean, UNC and Georgetown are clear, like 1A and 1B at the moment.
Yep.
But
it gets a little murky after that, though.
I gotta say, with the chaos that we've seen over the last 2 weeks, the upsets and just crazy endings to some games, it gets murky. I think Ohio State might be in that conversation. It's hard to say. I think Marquette might be up there. Despite the 2 losses that they've had this year, they played Georgetown close, had a really, really unfortunate game after that they lost to, I want to say, Pittsburgh? Yeah.
Well, Pittsburgh's had a good season, so that's a respectable loss. Nice play there on Lyle.
It's a respectable loss for sure. Pittsburgh also ranked, so I think Marquette could possibly be another number 1 seed. You got other teams like Iowa, Miami, pending what happens later tonight, although I don't hold a lot of hope for myself.
Yeah, I think if I had to, now granted I'm not in the selection committee, so I'm probably leaning the first 2 you named, Georgetown and North Carolina, number 1 seeds. I'm probably leaning Michigan and possibly as the 4th number 1 seed. I'd have to look at the standings. I'm thinking Marquette. Maybe you might be right there. Just try to pull up.
Yeah, Marquette.
Tennessee. How did I forget Tennessee? Tennessee and Gonzaga. I mean, Gonzaga's 6-1. Or Gonzaga played last night, right?
Yes, Gonzaga. Yeah, okay. Gonzaga finished the season at 7-1. Sorry, I'm looking at the standings right now, or the rankings. So,
yeah, Tennessee Gonzaga should be 7-1. It's probably Georgetown, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Gonzaga most likely. That's probably who I would.
Yeah, right now,
give me half a second. Keep talking.
yeah. Right now, I think that probably would be just looking at what was last week. I think that's probably what would happen, but I mean, based on what's happening this week and conference tournaments, this could all go completely different.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you get a good run by a team that you didn't expect to go, like if a Pitt sitting at 6-2 goes on a run in the Big East, that could change the dynamic a lot for anybody, especially if they knock off a Georgetown. Although Georgetown still probably with body of work that they did in the regular season probably. The way the committees have picked in the past, anyway.
Georgetown and North Carolina, I would say, if both of those teams end up with one loss, one of them is probably still going to get a number 1 seed.
Yeah, I think that's a strong possibility, more than likely.
I would even venture to say that they might both end up number 1 seeds, even with a loss.
So what if Tennessee loses?
Well, if Tennessee loses, then
now
mind you,
hypotheticals
now.
Yeah, but think about it from this perspective, right? The SEC is not as strong, so does that 7-1? How much weight does that hold?
Yeah, I mean that is true. If Tennessee runs the table through the SEC and wins the tournament, maybe that does give them a number 1 seed. It does depend on what these other teams do.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some teams here that sit at 6-2 or 5-2 that haven't played yet. Miami, Michigan are sitting at 5-2. Florida 5-2. Florida probably the only other one in the SEC that's a team, but they did lose. Tennessee did beat them this season, so Pitt sitting 6-2, Baylor 6-2, Marquette 6-2, Oklahoma State 6-2. That's a team we didn't talk about. Texas Tech 6-2. I mean, the Big 12 has been a gauntlet this year too. Does Texas Tech, despite sitting at 6-2, is their 6-2 more impressive than Tennessee's 7-1? I mean, they did crush Kansas. I mean, granted, Kansas hasn't had a great season, but still no slouch team.
No. Yeah, that is a good question. I was going to say Oklahoma State, definitely a team that probably has a case for a top spot, as well as Texas Tech. So we'll have to see what the committee really thinks of the 2 lost teams, because there's going to be a handful of them in that 6 to 10 range.
There's a lot from 5 all the way down to 13, sitting at 7 teams with 2 losses.
Yeah, it's going to change things a lot, but like I said, right now I think Georgetown and UNC are probably locks to get those number 1 seeds.
Yeah, for sure. Lyle trying to complete the 3-point play. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the SEC, the Gators 3-1 to Tennessee's 5-0. The rest of that is muddled.
Yeah, the rest of that is, like you said, very muddled. You've kind of got 4 teams in LSU, Auburn, Kentucky, and Bama that none of them have really made a statement yet in the conference the way that Florida or specifically Tennessee has. As Kentucky nails another 3, where's my 5-6 on the night?
I didn't realize with last night's win that Ohio State is sitting at 4-1 in the conference. I did not realize that.
Yeah, that's one of those teams that they kind of just turn their season around in conference play.
That's even more impressive. Good job, Mr. Glass.
Yeah, so 4-1. I think that gave them Big Ten regular season title.
I think it did.
Yeah.
Although it doesn't show, I don't think it shows that way in the standings.
It doesn't show that way in the standings because the standings are overall record. But yeah, Ohio State's going to walk away with the regular season Big Ten crown for.
Oh, you know why it shows them in first? Because they have more points for. That's why.
Yeah.
But Ohio State should be the number 1 seed. So, all right, we're done with 3 in the books. Kentucky just continues to shoot lights out as we sit here and talk about March Madness, but been a great game by Kentucky. Get those 4s up in stream chat. We'll be right back, CSB. All right, so 73-47. Tied. Not really rolling, kind of rolling away here as this game has gotten out of control.
Yeah, Kentucky just kind of slowly, methodically been pulling away most of the night. Alabama has been able to make a few runs and close it in here and there, but you see the scoreboard 26-point differential right now.
Fazo missing for 3 again.
I was about to say make it 29, but he does miss.
I thought he was going to drain that, not going to lie. But maybe this is the right time for Kentucky to get hot, to find their game as they head into the tournament.
Oh, I mean, that's the right time for any team to get hot, especially one that's struggled at times this season. And like we said, their identity is very, very much an offensive team, although tonight I think the defense has maybe found some answers. So,
DeAndre Watt missing an easy shot there.
I think when I look back and compare this game to the LSU game and the Tennessee game from Kentucky, it's pretty obvious that they fixed some of their defensive shortcomings. Carter going to step back even further and drill it.
We talked about guys from 3 you don't want shooting the ball. Carter being one of those guys, shooting 59% from 3, which is just insane.
Yeah,
now that's a high number from 3.
Yeah, just adding to his percentage here tonight.
Thomas going to get it over to Oatmeal. Oatmeal back to Carter. Carter to Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. Little pick action and roll. Nothing doing there. Thomas mid-range jumper. That's good as he knocks that down.
Yeah, Kentucky wisely slowing it down, using up the shot clock here. Just try to get out of here with a win because you got a big lead. No reason to get anybody hurt or take too many chances.
Wow, Marcus Carter. Clip that. That is a clippable clip. Where's
Clip that whole sequence from the quarterback pass in his own end as well.
Where's Katie Murphy when you need her?
Clippable
clip there. Uccelli for 3, bang.
Woo. Yeah, so like I said, showing some fight from Alabama. You like to see that. You like to see teams playing right to the end, even when they know they're gonna likely come out on the losing end of things.
Pass inside to Berry.
And so this is a little bit of those defensive woes we've seen from Kentucky. Not going to end up hurting them here tonight, but they're going to need to work on that. Giving up those backdoor cuts there. Berry going to pick up a foul.
That's his second personal foul. At the line, Mr. Lewis. At the line for 2.
Oatmeal drains the first one of his 2.
Super Grandma. No more T-Rex arms for us Kobe's. That's funny. Yeah, apologies on that. I honestly don't know how the DNA changed on that at all. Because it's funny. I literally before I made the announcement, I talked to Connor, who's the guy that made all our arcs and sent me the files, and he's like, I checked the file that I sent you, and that file doesn't have that wingspan. I was like, I don't know how it changed in the DNA, but fixed going forward, so that'll be good.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least now they'll be able to play the way they're supposed to.
Mm-hmm. Well, TD Savage is saying that Marcus Carter playing the way he's supposed to right now, so. Ooh, nice block by Berry.
Yeah, really nice block from Berry. Need to see a little bit more of that from Alabama earlier on in these games, but wow.
Marcus Carter lights out tonight.
It is interesting. We discovered a flaw in one of the arcs, and now we get to see that arc right in front of us.
DeAndre Watts for 3 again. That's good. Yeah, no, I mean, listen, mistakes happen. We're all human. That's why they put erasers on pencils, and I'm glad we caught it. Thanks to Boomin, who pointed it out to me. So, see, that guy isn't all bad stuff. Ooh, counting to 1.
Yeah, and Grayson Yates can't do anything with Oatmeal but foul him and put him on the line again.
So Oatmeal's been activated. He's had an up and down season, a little topsy-turvy at times. He's averaging 8.6 rebounds per game and 7 points per game, so.
Yeah, so, I mean, 7 points a game, a little bit lower than you want from your starting center, but when you're grabbing 8.5, 9 rebounds a game, I don't know that coach is going to care too much.
He's got the highest efficiency on the team at 112, so not bad for a freshman center. I mean, granted, we have some really good freshman centers, but that's not bad. I mean, considering the numbers that we've seen put out.
Yeah.
I mean, Darnell Pope is a junior, and he doesn't even put those kind of numbers up.
No. Pope, kind of an interesting build for a center, a little bit shorter, a little bit more of a power forward build, but he does get the job done.
Sure, Ricky Davis coming alive here late in the fourth. A little too late, though, unfortunately, for Bama.
Yeah, and we kind of see the story of the game there. 69 offensive chances to 59 for Bama, or 55 for Bama. So,
Meal going to work.
Whew. Now Pope, 63 to 55.
Pope was picked up from the local community college. Jeez. Man.
The tallest guy at the community college.
Yeah, we'll take that guy. I don't care if you can't put the ball in. We'll use your size to our advantage.
Oh, man. You should have seen the basketball team at my Canadian JUCO. Good God.
Bunch of tall, lanky guys.
It literally was just like all of the tallest guys in the school. Yeah. Like I think the center was 6'4". So
that's funny.
Yeah, basketball not exactly the sport it is in the States up here. We're a little bit consumed with hockey.
You know what I was watching last night, and it made me think of you only because part of the story was about when the Knicks played Toronto Raptors, but the 38 at the Garden was on last night with Lynn Saturday. I was watching it on HBO. It's a good special. Wow, another 3. A minute left here. They're going to try to get for 100. Let's see if they get there. The watch is on for a hundo. Gordon to Ricky Davis has been good. Yeah.
Kentucky, if they can hit 100, they will do something that I don't think any other team has ever actually done, and that is both score and give up 100 points in a season.
Wow. Where's we're going to try to get 2 here? They might, depending on how quick Alabama goes to work, they may have to force up a shot here. Let's see what happens. If he knocks these down, Bama puts up a shot before their 24-second shot clock unwinds. It would give, I believe, and do it before 20 seconds, give Kentucky one opportunity to shoot.
Yeah, can I just say, though, if anybody caught the Bama players on the bench with their arms crossed, like...
Oh, they waste no time, and there it is, an opportunity for a hundo. Here it is.
Yeah, so Kentucky going to have to take a shot.
Oh, past the Lyle. There it is. Oh, he blows the layup.
Oh, he misses.
He blew the layup, and that is it. They're going to fire up a 3, but Kentucky probably not going to shoot here. I'd be shocked if they did, but probably going to run.
Probably not. I mean, they're
not going to shoot. He'll run it out.
No, they're going to dribble it out. So not going to get to 100. Boy, that's unfortunate.
Great game by them. 98-63. They win this one as Matthew Lyle runs out the clock. Bluebirds in Alabama out in full effect for the remaining crowd that actually still is here. 40 in the stream chat. Appreciate you, stream. CSBAers and non-CSBAers alike tuning in for this one. We'll break down the post game here in a minute. Take a look at some of the highlights here, C-Web.
Yeah, Kentucky pretty much all over Bama, and this one, that block from Webb just does not gets better every time.
I just got to see that Marcus Carter dunk in like close proximity to this, like the zoom in feature, and that was nice. 98-63. I mean, everything kind of sticking to the left side of the board here, but what stands out for you the most here, C-Web?
I mean, probably the shooting percentage. Also, I would have said turnovers, but Bama didn't really commit as many turnovers as I thought they did.
They did get 12 points off of turnovers.
Yeah, they did get 12 off of the turnovers, so that is something to say. 56 points in the paint to 28. That's a big thing right there, too. Also, 23 fast break points to 11. Everything else, a lot of yellow on the left side, like you said, but nothing really staggering either way.
No, not at all. I think the points in the paint, you agree, the shooting percentage across the regular shots, the three-pointers, and the free throws, and then the points over turnovers probably the biggest factors in this game. Let's take a look at the box scores. We go to Bama first. DeAndre Watts leads the Tide with 13 points and assists. Did have 2 turnovers and a minus 27 effort, but was the leading scorer, going 3 from 5 from beyond downtown. Joshua Swearing 11-4 and 3, 4 of 10. So rough night shooting for both these guys. Ty Maven 9, 3 and 1. Ricky Davis with a decent game, though. I feel like Davis had a few moments in this one. 9, 3, 3, 1 and 2. So doing a little bit of everything there. C-Web.
Yeah, really nice game from him, stuff in the stat sheet there.
Kobe Curry, 5 points and a steal. Very quiet game. That's actually a really quiet game from Kobe Curry. It's a couple points below his average. Just not able to get much going here tonight as Kobe Wiersma did a nice job off the bench against him defensively. Braden Berry, 4-2-1, 0 2 blocks from Braden Berry. Michael Gordon, 4-1 and 3 with a block. Bryson Buccelli, a very uncharacteristic game for Buccelli. He has not been playing well of late, averaging 9.6 on the season, but finishes with only 3 points in this one, so 6 below his average. Mark Anderson finishing with 3.6 rebounds and a block on 1 of 1 shooting. Grayson Yates finishing with 2 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal, only shooting 1 of 2. Flipping this side, take us through it, C-Web.
Bo Fazzo, your leading scorer and player of the game, 19 points, 2 boards, assist, a steal on 8 of 10 from the field and 2 for 3 beyond the arc. Absolutely lighting it up for him.
Talk about
17 of those in the first half. Wow. So, what was it? Yeah, 19 total, 17 in the first half. Really establishing that lead for Kentucky early on.
Yeah, he was the go-to guy for sure. Keep going.
Yeah, Wiersma 6 of 7 from the field, 18 points, a board, and an assist and a steal tonight. Marcus Carter, 15 points, 1 board, 3 assists, 7 of 11 shooting.
Look at that. The top 3 scorers responsible for 62 points.
Yeah, that's big right there. 62 points from your 62 from your top 3 is
2/3 of your offense ran through those 3 guys.
Yeah, and Wiersma with the 18 off the bench, that's pretty undeniable. Oatmeal, just a rebound shy of a double-double, 11 points, 9 boards, 4 or 5 from him, perfect from the free throw line.
So his average rebounds right on point, 8.6 for that, and then his points per game was 6.9, so a good game by him offensively. Keep going.
Yeah, great game from him offensively. Tim Savage, 9, 3, 3, and 1. 4 of 8 shooting. A little bit quieter than normal, but out on average for him.
That legitimately is his average on the season. Like literally.
Oh, is it?
Literally by the number. His average is 9.4 points per game, 2.3 assists per game, 3.9 rebounds per game, 11.7 points per game, no steals. Excuse me. Sorry, take that back. 9.4 points per game, 2.6 assists, 3.4 rebounds, 0.9 steals.
Yeah, so right on the mark for him, really.
And his shooting percentage is 55%, so it's literally right on point. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is a pretty interesting stat line.
It doesn't generally happen like that, but it's just kind of like literally right on point. That's funny.
Yeah. Moving on, Lyle, 9 points, 3 boards, 4 assists. 3 of 8 shooting. A bit of a rough night shooting for him, including that missed layup that would have given them 100. But, still coming out with the win, so can't really complain too much there. Thomas, stuff in the stat sheet, 8, 4, 3, 2 steals, 27 plus minus. A really good night for him.
Yeah, the starters did a good job. They ate it up.
Yeah. Rocket Webb, 5.6 boards, 1 assist, 3 blocks, including that one massive one that we keep seeing the replays of. Darnell Pope, pretty quiet night from him, 4 points, 3 boards, 2 of 5 shooting. And Copeland held scoreless, but did get a rebound, an assist, and a steal to contribute to the win.
All right, we got another game coming up here, Miami-Syracuse, in about 3 minutes. We're going to stop the stream, post up the box scores in the Discord channel, and we will be back here probably in 5 minutes. So 41 of you in the stream, appreciate you. Please come back here. Literally, like I said, we'll be up and running in about 5 minutes. So for CWeb, I am Scott Drake. We'll be right back.